Epsicons. Where's your kit, please?
I don't have kids.
Why? Why don't you have kit today?
Because I got dropped by management.
You got dropped by management. Why?
Last week I was being a baby, so they dropped me this week.
Mad. But you're here?
Yeah, I'm still being petty. Don't mind not playing. Nice.
Big debut. First assist. Questions have been raised.
Tom, keeper comes out, centre back, oh brilliant, back heel to Dan, and it's put it into the back of the net.
Did you mean it?
It's experience.
Experience.
Know what your players are. Give them a tap in.
Did you know Dan was there, or did you just look to find something?
Communication is key.
I didn't hear him speak once.
Because I'm on top.
But you were on the wing, what do you mean on top?
It's cheating.
Ping one. How are you, bro?
I'm good. Good to be back.
New baby dad?
Yeah.
How's the missus?
He's good. She's good, yeah.
Baby good?
Yeah, he cries a lot during the night, but yeah, it's good.
Did you manage to sleep yesterday?
A little bit, but I'm okay, you know.
Not as much as you wanted to.
Yeah, you know, because when you sleep like 1 hour and you wake up 1 hour later, it's hard, you know.
But are you going to be okay today?
Very okay, man. Very good, you know.
2 goals, 2 assists last week. Do you know why you played so well?
I did not play so well. I didn't eat too much during Christmas.
Because you kept it simple.
Oh yeah.
Because you kept it 2 touch. You did. You kept it 2 touch. You didn't try and do too much. You actually made yourself look alright. All your fans on our YouTube comments.
Yeah. Shout out to the fans.
Wanna name any names?
No.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Sunday League Football with ourselves, Sporting Continental. Now I want to start this week's video by apologising. If I sound a little bit weird, a little bit dodgy, then I suppose nothing's changed. But if you do notice the difference, then it's just because I'm very unwell at the moment. But I'm still here, still getting this out on time, so let's do this. As always, welcome back if you're rejoining us. And if you're not, and it's your first time joining us, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment down below, let us know what you think. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Why not also go back and check some of our other episodes? We've recorded every game so far this season. I want to also give a shout out to the Kilkenny Tavern right by South Wimbledon Station. If you're in the area and you're looking to watch the football or maybe just have a couple of pints, that's your place to go. You will struggle to find friendlier staff in a pub anywhere else. And if it is your thing, they also do karaoke nights, and obviously the drinks are very, very cheap. Tell them we sent you, they'll look after you. Back to the business at hand then. Back in league action today. We are back at home. We are, however, wearing our blue colours, our away kit. Norton, the team we take on today, wear purple. They asked us if we could wear our away kit. We don't mind it, to be honest. We actually like our away kit, so we said yeah, sure, no problem. So we are in blue. This is our second time playing Norton this season. Last time out, we won 4-2, courtesy of 2 goals by Dodgy, a goal by Darren, and a goal by Dodgy. I will say this about them, they're probably the most physical side we've played so far this season. So we know we're in for a tough game today. So let's quickly run through today's starting lineup. In goal, we have the return of Tex, Ricardo Teixeira. Number 3, we've got Terry at left back, Hugo and Juppy centre backs, and we've got Jeff starting at right back. In the middle of the park, we've got VJ, we've got Dami, and we've got Aiden. Front line unchanged from last week. We've got Tom on the right, Dodgy on the left, and Sir Dan through the middle. Just the one sub for us today. Lewis was not feeling well, so he's dropped to the bench. And the gaffer, as always, the Badger. And the ref blows the whistle and the first half gets underway. We're kicking from right to left of the screen there. It's a big game for us today. All our rivals are playing each other. Lennox are playing against Bath and Kudos are playing against West Norwood. So 3 points today is an absolute must as we look to keep our lead at the top of the table. It's an early free kick here for Norton down the right hand side. It's number 8 on the ball. Ref blows the whistle. He takes it into the box and is headed by VJ only towards the edge of the box, but he gets there before number 11, and we could break here. He spots a run from Dan on the near side. It's a good ball out to him. Dan will get this before he goes out. He's 1-on-1 with number 3. He's going to drive him into the box, beats him. He gets a cross in, but he gets cleared by the defender. Ball over the far side with Norton's left back. He plays it to the centre back. He clears it only as far as Jeff. Jeff will hoof this forward. It's a lucky touch there from Tom. It falls to Dami. Dami with time has a shot with his left, but that's wide. Free kick in our half, taken quickly by Drage. Flicked on by Dan to Jelly. Jelly on the volley, and that's just narrowly wide. I know you couldn't see it because the gentleman's head was in the way. Goal kick for Norton, taken by the keeper. VJ will win this header unchallenged at the halfway line towards Drage. Drage shrugs off number 3 there. Dami makes a run on the outside, supporting him. Drage finds him. Dami's in behind the defence here. Tries a shot or a cross. I'm not too sure which one that was, but the keeper saves it and we get a corner from it. The corner came to nothing, but on the 15th minute here, Norton with a free kick taken by number 10 towards the back post. Number 15 rises the highest. Tech saves it, but I think the flag was up. And we've got Drage on the ball, playing it forward to Jelly. Jelly finding VJ out wide. VJ will play it forward to Jelly again. Jelly will take a touch. He's forced back inside there by the number 2. He comes inside nice and calm, plays it to Drage. Drage has a look up, tries to find Dan. The ball gets intercepted. It will be picked up here by Terry. Terry will roll this back to Juppy. Juppy being closed down, but he's got enough time there, playing it forward to, I think, Aiden it was. Threads it through to Dan. Dan tries to find Dami, but we will get a corner from this. This is how you don't take a throw. Norton skipper with the throw, throws it to number 15, challenged there by Aiden. He plays it back to number 10. Dami closes him down, comes out second best. Number 10 puts it into the box, but the wind will carry that all the way to Tex. Dan coming forward, gets a little bit lucky there, drops a shoulder, threads it to VJ. VJ through on goal, takes a touch, he shoots, but I think the flag was up. Norton coming forward down the left hand side. The ball is played into the midfielder. I can't see his number. He plays it to number 15. He has a shot, just can't get a hold of it. Ball over the far side with Norton's left back again. He's a very good player. He will play this inside to number 7. Number 7 turns. He tries to thread a through ball. It gets intercepted by Hugo. Hugo travelling forward here, has a look up, spots Jelly over the far side, plays a good ball over the top. Jelly will run. Is he going to keep this in? Yes, he is. Norton number 3 comes across to close him down. Jelly will take him inside, puts a cross into the box and is headed by the defender, brought down well by Aiden. Aiden with a good touch, plays it through to Dan. Dan cuts inside, opens up and he's hit the post. They force to Drage, takes a touch and he shoots, and we've taken the lead and it's 1-0. It's a good goal. It's a good work goal all around. Drage with the finishing touch, putting it into the back of the net. Dan hits the post. Drage is in the right place for the rebound. There was a good play by Aiden as well. It's a good through ball there. Dan onside. He cuts inside, sends the defender travelling, opens up, tries to find the far corner. He hits the post, forced to Drage, takes one touch to set himself and smashes it past the goalkeeper. And we are 1-0 up with 25 minutes gone in this half. Back in play, and Norton's number 3 sends this up in the sky, and it's VJ challenging for the header, forced to Drage. Drage tries to find Dan, and number 17 there for Norton. Looks like he may have hurt himself. Number 3 keeps the ball on, should have probably just let that go out, and it's Drage on the ball, dropping the shoulder, comes inside, plays it to Dan. Number 17 does the splits. Dan tries to find Dami inside, and he gets intercepted by the defence. Norton clear it only as far as Aiden. Aiden wins the header, but it falls back to the centre back. He plays it down the line to number 11. Number 11 afforded a little bit of time here. He plays it inside to number 8. Number 8 here will find number 15, who's in acres of space. Defence is backing off. Juppy goes and squeezes, and he fouls number 15. And it's Norton's skipper on the free kick. He takes it. It's straight at Tex, and he holds on to it. Now, this is when things get a little bit interesting, and there you see Hugo with a long throw into the box and is headed out by the defence. He heads it back in. Dami gets a flick onto it and it ends up in the back of the net. Just keep an eye on the line-out. He hasn't flagged. Puts his flag up, then puts it back down. No one from Norton is complaining. Then somebody has a word. You can see number 11 there telling him to flag it. For some reason, the ref has decided to go across to him. Obviously, he's their player. He's going to say he was offside. He wasn't offside. We'll see it on the replay here in a second. But the ref, who had not given it either to begin with, shouldn't even be going across to him to speak to him, to be fair. Especially since he hasn't even flagged. The ref will give this as offside. And you know what? The thing is, if he had flagged it straight away when the goal went in and he got it wrong, then fair enough, we wouldn't have said anything. But it's the fact that he didn't flag it, only actually put his flag up when somebody on the sideline must have said something, or as you saw there, number 11 told him to, and the ref went across to him. Then obviously that's ruining the game. Let's see here. Ball gets headed out. Hugo will head this back in. I'll slow it down on the video. As he heads it back in, you can't see Dami, but then a few frames later, I'll pause it here, you can see, unless Dami started from behind the player and offside and gone all the way through the front of him, which I doubt he's that fast, I appreciate it's tight. However, he didn't flag it to begin with. The flag stays down, and you can even see here, you can look at the referee. The referee points to the halfway line indicating it was a goal, and then changes his mind. We're obviously frustrated, but the game goes on, and here's a good tackle by the Norton centre back, and here's a not so good tackle by VJ, taking off number 15's boots. VJ with a fair tackle here on number 15 this time, forced wide, but he tells Terry to close them. Luckily for Terry, VJ's there to sweep it up, but then he does this. VJ stays on the floor sunbathing. He's off the pitch. There's no reason for the referee to stop the game. Number 3 gets on with it, throws it to number 15. Number 15 plays it inside to wait for it to turn. Number 8, he finds number 11. Number 11 lines it up 25 yards out. He connects with it, and he's put that in from a long way out. He's beaten Tex. Tex concedes his first goal for us, but what a hit that was. Tex will probably feel like he should have done better, but take nothing away from the strike. It's a clean connection, and it flies in, and Norton have drawn level through the number 11, who I believe is called Ashley. Game restarts, and we're on the front foot here as Drage with it outside of the football to Dan. Dan finds Dami. Norton's defender get back around him. Dami plays it back out to Dan. Dan cuts inside, finds Jelly. Jelly shoots, but he's killed the pigeon. VJ, close them. Jeff goes across to avenge VJ's honor. The ball falls to Hugo. Hugo on his left finds Jelly on the left hand side, much to Terry's approval. Jelly against number 3 here sells him Aiden's breakfast. Aiden is not impressed. Jelly driving into the box, good acceleration. The cross not as good, intercepted by number 17. Out here to number 11. Number 11 will go long looking for number 21, but he won't be able to keep this in. Now we've already seen Norton's number 11 on the ball here, Ashley, score one screamer, and here you see him going for another shot, but this one isn't as good as last one, and it goes over the bar. A minute to go to the half, and Jeff has a throw over the far side. He will throw this inside to VJ. VJ will play it to Terry down this left hand side. Terry plays it forward first time to Dan. Number 3 fails to intercept it. Dan is in behind. There's a hand in the way. Dan puts it in the back of the net, and it's 2-1. We've retaken the lead with seconds to go to the half. Dan puts it into the back of the net. It's a good finish by Dan. He gave the keeper the eyes. He shaped up as if he was going to go far post, and then on the last minute he closed his body, goes near post, it hits the post, and it goes into the back of the net, and Dan gets his first goal of the day. And at the stroke of half time, we've taken the lead. And from kickoff, Norton are going to attempt a shot. Tex saves that with his head. Half-time whistle goes 2-1.
Regardless of that, we got to stop cheating, boys. Their midfielder just getting pockets of space. And that's how they got the goal.
And whoever's on the right wing needs to support Jeff, because Jeff is by himself a lot. He's got the left back and left winger coming attacking him. Whoever's on the right wing needs to come and back him.
We're trying to.
Dan's doing it. Dan shouldn't be doing it. Dan don't need to do that job.
They want to overload.
But that's why we're getting overloaded. Either myself, Dan, and Adrian are doing it.
It doesn't need that. All it needs is forget your position. When it turns over, you get your nearest.
Yeah, correct.
Because we're not playing the set system, so we might as well do it that way. Just take your nearest. That's your responsibility. He doesn't beat you.
When you followed him all the way down there, like just at the end, that was good.
That's the problem. That I will get dragged.
But you're midfield, also, if they're breaking as well, if you can't get them, just clip them, please. Take it, yellow. I'll pay for it. I don't care. Just clip them, bro.
I think 75-80% has been well played, but there's places like you were saying. Look, Aiden and VJ are getting spread apart. So whoever's, that means you either come and you stay there, yeah, or my right and left have to tuck in to help out because they're getting completely stretched apart. Look what happened when VJ went out off the pitch. That's how they got their goal. Yeah, there are pockets, where you can play a few passes. I know we're doing the ball over the top. I know it's working. Sometimes when there is I've seen triangles where people are in shape to play it and we don't play it. And they won't read. They're not going to read that. They're getting ready every time for the header now. The one why Terry's went through is because it was low, hard, and it was quick.
We just need a little bit more movement off the ball if we are going to play the triangles, because me and Jappy are getting the ball and yes, the midfield is showing for it, but it's not really, it's showing and standing, it's showing and standing as opposed to showing and moving and finding space. So we have to go long, we have no option there.
Second half about to kick off. I think it's fair to say from our point of view, we believe that Norton, in terms of possession, they probably had a little bit more of the ball than we did, but they didn't really create too many chances in that first half. Most of their shots were from 25 yards out, which to be fair, they scored from. But anyway, the second half has begun, and here you see VJ playing the ball back to Jap. Jap will go direct towards Jelly. I believe Jelly tries to find Dan, intercepted and cleared by the centre-back for Norton. Jap wins the header forward to VJ. VJ flicks this forward also to Norton's left-back, picking it up. Challenged by Aiden, he plays it through into number 15. Number 15 plays it to number 10. He's squeezed there by Dammy. Dammy closes him down. Ball picked up by Drage. Drage turns, sends it forward long over the top, trying to find Dan. Intercepted by the centre-back, forced to Jelly. Jelly tries to feather through to Dan, but he's offside. Middle of the park, VJ on the ball, plays it to Drage. Drage plays it out wide to Dan, who's in space. He plays it forward to Jelly. Jelly in behind the defence, through on goal. And he's put that completely wide. He's absolutely made a mess of this. He won't want to see that again. He's going to put this one down to rustiness, having not played in a while with injury. Like I said though, let's not dwell on it. He won't want to see this again. Could have got his first goal for the Cons, but he's put it wide and he's missed. Let's just hope that doesn't come back to haunt us at the end of this game. Free kick for us here near the halfway line, is sent in by Drage. Number 15 wrong foots the goalkeeper. Is this an own goal? Number 3 comes across, kicks it from the underside of the bar. Ball to Dan, cleared off the line. Norton will get this away, and it's number 21 turning under pressure from VJ. He clears it, but only as far as Jeff. Jeff done well there to bring that under control. He plays it down the line to VJ. VJ to Dan. Jeff's continued his run. Dan finds him. Jeff into the box, tries to find Dammy, and it's intercepted. Then it will go out for a corner. Let's have another look at that, shall we? So number 15 must not have gotten a shout because he got a touch to it. Wrong foots the keeper. Number 3 gets a... Jelly tells number 2 to close them. He then plays it to Dan. Dan shoots. I think it comes off the side of Dammy into number 15 who was on the line, and then Norton finally get it cleared. What a start to the half. It could easily be 4-1. We have a corner on the far side. Sent into the box by Drage. It's a free header by Dan, and he knows he should have done better with that one. Norton on the ball over the far side, playing it forward in behind Jappy. Hugo goes across to cover. He's up against number 11. Number 11 will play this back to number 21. He will try cross first time. It's on the floor, doesn't connect properly with it. Falls to Aiden. Aiden rushes his clearance and it's fallen to number 15. He comes forward, plays it to number 10 into the box, and it's a volley by number 7, saved by Tex, but the flag was up for offside. What about that touch from Tex? Free kick over the far side, taken by Drage. That might have been for Hugo, but it goes to Jelly. Jelly cuts it back to Dammy. Again, we're on the attack here, and there's Jelly on the ball, driving forward, plays it to Dan. Good touch on his right, shoots with his left, saved by the goalkeeper, and the wind holds it up away from Aiden, and the keeper gets it. 60 on the clock, and Norton on the ball here, but Jappy does really well, stepping in, playing it to Drage. Drage has a look up, plays it through to Dammy. Dammy's onside, in behind the defence. Keeper to beat, goes around him, and he's tripped up by the goalkeeper. This is going to be a penalty. The referee points to the spot, and we're given a chance to further extend our lead. Let's have another look and let's see if it was offside for one, and if it was definitely a penalty. Juppy there doing well, stepping in, winning the ball. Drage with too much time. You can't give him that much time on the ball. There you see it. Dammy isn't in the shot again, but a couple frames later you can see there number 3 on the far side, keeping him on side as well as the centre back. He goes around the keeper. Keeper trips him up, sticks out his foot, and it's a definite penalty. So it's the skipper to take. Matt Drage steps up, hasn't missed one all season, looks up before he shoots. Keeper dives to his right, Drage puts the ball to his left. Never in doubt, we've extended our lead and it's 3-1, 62 minutes gone. There you see it again, calm as you like, 3-1 and looking like 3 points. I've heard said that you're vulnerable to conceding right after you've scored, and here you see Norton sending a ball into the box. Number 11 unmarked on the volley, and there's a fantastic save by Tex. Aiden asking for the offside, flag stayed down. Luckily nothing came of it. And here you see number 3 on the ball for Norton, intercepted by VJ. VJ coming forward, playing it through to Drage. Drage definitely onside there, driving in, one-on-one with the keeper, chance for a hat-trick, puts his foot through it and he's put that over. What a chance that was to make it 4. What a chance that was for his hat-trick even. And here you see him on a free kick, trying to be clever, put it under the wall. Perhaps closer to the goal, that would actually work. Touch appreciation time. Keeper puts snow on it. Number 11 brings it down. Last week, Dammy told us and showed us he had signed up to a gym. This week he showed us that he's signed up for Kung Fu classes. Number 7 on the ball for Norton, comes inside, plays it to number 10, chests it down to number 2. He's closed down there by Aiden and VJ. VJ comes away with the ball. He plays it down to this right hand side to Matt. Matt coming forward with it. He will play this out wide to Dan. Dan will tell the defender to close them and plays it through his leg to Drage. Dammy in support. Drage goes for the return. Dammy tries to find him, gets intercepted, but the flag was off for offside. Number 2 for Norton, really pushing up now as they look to claw a goal back. Plays it back to number 7. He sends it into the box and is Juppy to head it out. Number 2 goes down by Hugo, rushes his shot and it goes over. Keep an eye on Tex. What other keepers can do this? 82nd minute, we make our first sub of the day. Unfortunately, Jeff got injured, so we bring on Lewis to replace him and we move VJ into right back. Speaking of VJ, have you ever seen your Jamaican uncle drunk trying to gully creep? Looks like this. So 5 minutes of normal time left and we've got a free kick here on the halfway line. Drake spots a run of Dan. He's been doing this all game. He finds him with pinpoint accuracy. Dan brings it inside the number 3, has a shot for his second and is saved by the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper must have got just a touch to it because it's gone for a corner. From the resulting corner, and it's Jelly to take it over the far side, and it's Dan again with the free header, but his reaction says it all really. 20p head. Norton's number 10 on the ball from 35 yards out. It's a good hit, but it's straight down the middle and it won't trouble Tex. I'm not going to talk over this clip. All I'm going to say is they call us Long Ball FC. Dammy puts it wide with his left, but that would have been a very good goal. 91 on the clock and Norton coming forward here with number 10, plays it into the box and Hugo there gets it away with his toe and Terry will come away with the ball. He will play it over the top to Dan. Dan in the race with number 17, but the keeper comes to the edge and he will play this to number 2. He gets challenged by Drage. There's only one winner there really. He heads it to Dan. Dan will show some composure, do a pirouette, plays it to Drage. Dan continues his run, it's not picked up. Drage, Dan. net. It's a good goal. Dan onside when the ball is played by Dodgy. Through one-on-one with the keeper with the outside of his foot or his shin or whatever it was. Puts it into the back of the net. Scored late in the first half and he's now scored late in the second half. And it's 4-1 and the 3 points are well and truly ours now. Dan with his 26th goal of the season in just 12 games. Now the game will restart and Norton will go long and the ball will go out for a throw, and then the referee will blow the final whistle and that will be that. We win the 3 points and we come away with our 100% record intact. I want to give a shout out to Norton. The 2 times we've played them, the games have been very, very physical, but fortunately for us, we come out on top both times. We're not done just yet. Let's have a quick look at the league table and then I've got some interviews for you guys. As always, I want to thank the Kilkenny Tavern. If you're in the area, South Wimbledon, they're literally right by the station. Drinks are cheap, they show football and they do karaoke nights. If that's your thing, make sure you go visit them. Tell them we sent you, they'll look after you. And as always, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button. It's free, it costs nothing, but it shows a lot of support to us. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, give us a like and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think of the game. I can confirm that Lennox beat Bath Old Boys 3-1 and that Kudos lost 5-1 to West Norwood. So let's have a quick look at the league table. And there you see we're on top with 27 points, West Norwood second with 22 and Lennox with 21, but having played 3 more games than ourselves in West Norwood.
Jeffers,
Yo,
how you doing, lad?
all good, man.
How's the ankle?
Sore, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. At first, I thought I messed it up badly, but it eased up after I was sort of walking around. It's sore, so I'm going to ice it up definitely when I get in. Want to be back for next week.
Big game next week, but
Massive.
let's focus on today.
For sure.
Big game today as well, to be fair.
You know, when I woke up this morning, I knew, obviously, during the week, everyone talking about it. So, no, I was definitely up for it.
You played very well today, to be fair.
Thank you.
How did it feel? Because you played sort of 80, 85 minutes.
You know what? What I realised in the first half, I feel it was Norton's half. They were quite on us.
Yeah.
So to come out of the first half winning 2-1 was good. It was massive. Obviously, should have been 3-1. I don't understand how the ref, he gives the goal, goes to the linesman, and then asks them, "What do you think?" He's obviously going to say it's not a goal. So, but when it went 1-1, I knew we had to keep our heads up because that routed them up big time. They loved that.
What do you think? What do you think worked for us in that game? I feel like the first half they probably had the better of. Not in terms of chances created, but in terms of play on the ball. I suppose you could put it down to the wind being on their side.
They definitely put a lot more pressure on us. They had more of the ball.
Yeah.
They had more territory. So we were kind of restricted to playing it long and trying to get in behind, getting behind them, which we did. We had to kind of hunker down and just try and play smart. And we tried to do that as best as we can.
Fair enough.
And then,
it's a good result in the end, though. I think everybody was saying it in the week. It's a big game considering our rivals were actually playing each other today as well. And we were expecting Norton, who we played today, to be up there at the end of the season.
We did.
At the beginning. So yeah, massive result against the. To be fair, they're not a bad team.
No, to be fair, they're a good team, and they have. I mean, when you see their goals, you'll see that they are actually a very decent team, and there are a couple of guys on there that can pop the ball well, good on possession. But in terms of man for man, 11v11, I mean, we're untouchable.
Wait. Badger, how are you, mate? You're smiling, so you must be happy.
Very happy, man. Very happy.
3 points.
3 points, most importantly. Secondly, the boys played amazingly. Couple of dropouts and stuff like that. People got injured, playing with injuries or couldn't play because of injuries. But the team came together. Great performances out there. First half was a bit slow. Went the goal up, but was a bit slow. And second half completely killed the game off. They died out, and we just capitalised. Really.
You say we play well. We kind of changed up our game today, in terms of normally we try to get the ball down and play as well as stoke it. Today, first half, I don't know if you agree or not. I think they had the better half in terms of, not in terms of chances created, but possession of the ball and stuff like that. What was the message at half time?
yeah, it wasn't terrible what we were doing, but the wind was it was unbelievable. The wind out there, the balls were not working. They were reading it. They were sitting back for the balls over the top. So it was just to be a bit more composed, for a bit more help to be added to the centre mids, and to move the ball around a lot more. And then in the second half, you saw that completely. To be honest, I don't know how many of the chances I was doing line on the other side. I don't know how many of the chances that we had were actually offsides. I can't say. I'm sure it wasn't as many as their lino lined for. But apart from that, we found a way around it, and 4-1, very, very happy.
Good times. On to next week, big game next week, quarter-final.
I haven't done much research on the team. Some of the team have and have got back to me. From what I've heard, it's going to be sort of similar to this week. Maybe energy levels from the team might be a bit higher.
I've just found out they won 9-0 today.
So to me that tells me one of two things. They either played someone terrible or they're just going to shoot on sight. And to be honest, we're not terrible, and our defence has conceded pretty much nothing all season compared to the games that we've played. So what I'm really hoping for is tight at the back. A lot like today, the way we started the second half. If we can do that at the beginning of next week's game, I'll be very happy.
Epsicons.